Griffin Grossmont College Radio, El Cajon, California.
It's big, it's beautiful, and you're gonna love it.
Welcome to Get This, the thinking man's analysis of people chasing airplanes, naked ATV drivers, fast food rage, and all the other hard-hitting stories cable news doesn't want you to hear.
Hold on to your butts.
Ladies and gentlemen, get this. That's right, it's that special time again every Tuesday and Thursday from noon to 1 here on Griffin Radio. I am your intrepid host, DJ Lunchbox, joined by...
DJ B. Miller, that's me.
And today we have a special guest filling in for our beloved Remus, who is not with us.
Yes, this is DJ J-Star coming on the microphone again.
So thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to check us out on our Facebook page at Griffin Radio 119. Our Instagram account is Griffin Radio SD. And, of course, you can always hear us on the TuneIn app under the Griffin Radio channel. If you are feeling chatty, don't forget to shoot me an email at lunchboxthedj@gmail.com. And I will be more than happy to respond. So far, only Google seems to care, and that's really just about my security. I don't feel that personal touch.
At least they care.
I mean, they just want to make sure that you're signing into a different account from a different computer.
No, I haven't even done that. It's just, this is like my fourth little tertiary, quadrary, whatever, Gmail account just for this purpose. And just only Google seems to care, and it saddens me.
I care.
The views, comments, and opinions expressed on the show are those of individuals and not necessarily shared by Griffin Radio, the Media Communications Department, Grossmont College, or the Grossmont Cuyamaca Community College District. This podcast is copywritten by Griffin Radio and Grossmont College 2019. Thank you so much. So how you doing, gentlemen? Did you have a nice weekend?
Pretty nice. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, I've had better, had worse.
I had to work all day on Sunday though, and that's Mother's Day, and I also had to miss my brother's graduation from law school. So, it could have been better.
Double bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, yeah, we had my man's family over for Mother's Day, and he made 3 enchilada platters.
Wow. Nice.
And they were so freaking good. We had leftovers last night, so I took the enchiladas and I wrapped them up in a tortilla, and I added some lettuce and a little bit of sour cream and some green sauce.
My!
You made an enchilada burrito.
Yes, I did.
Love it.
I got my full Taco Bell on.
Hopefully not the after effects of Taco Bell.
I plead the fifth.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is a family show where we just talk about things in people's eyes and
Florida.
And news reporters defecating on the sides of people's houses. But I just won't talk about, what happens at my house.
Never.
No.
That's your own private abode.
I'm going to keep that clean.
As you're getting ready to talk about stuff that happens with your house.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, but it's clean. It's irritating, but clean.
Yeah.
So it was a very interesting Friday. All of this happened on a Friday. So I'm sitting in my house, and my front door's open, the breeze is coming in, and I'm just hearing these old people outside in the street yelling at each other. It was 2 elderly people. I'm assuming they were together, assuming a couple, just dressed up in their tight biker spandex on 10 speeds, going up and down. Our hill is a little bit of an incline, and so all I hear all afternoon is, "Push down! Push down!" And then I hear her start yelling, and apparently I'm guessing he's trying to teach her how to ride uphill on a 10-speed. I can't quite figure this out, but it went on for an hour. And so...
What a lovely day to spend the evening.
So we had a lot of service done at our house. We had the Terminix guy come by to check for termites, which is, they come by. The guy we have, it's always our regular Craig. He's really, really nice. I've got stuff to do this last Friday, so I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to just call them and see. We have this 9 to 11 appointment. I want to call and see if they know when the guy's coming. I call, they say, well, this is your window, but they'll call you 30 minutes before they get there. I'm thinking, great, I have time to jump in and take a shower. Jump in the shower, I'm almost done. I've got soap in my hair, soap in my crack, soap all over the place, and all of a sudden, ding dong, and I was like, oh, God! So now I'm trying to do the hurry, trying to get the lather out of my hair, and I'm trying to at least try to get somewhat presentable. So I throw on my clothes, which are now sopping wet, run out into the living room, slip, and almost crack my head on the wall because I'm trying to corner to get around to the front door.
Justin.
And it's the Terminix guy, of course. I know.
Oh.
And we have one of those little, like, the Wizard of Oz. Nobody sees the wizard, no way, no how holes in our door.
Oh, okay.
And so I open the door, and he's like, I could tell he's getting ready to leave because I've been taking so long to get dressed. And so I'm like, I'm here. And he looks at me, and I'm like, my hair is completely dripping wet. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I was in the shower. Can you give me like 2 minutes to get the soap out of my crack? So go in, finish everything, let him back in. He goes, there's people in your street yelling at each other out here? Yes. It's like, yeah, they've been going at it for a while. I don't know what the hell their problem is, but they were out there for at least an hour. So he comes in, he does his thing, and he's really nice. He's petting our dog. We got a big Labradoodle named Stanley, and Stanley remembers Craig, and they're having a good time. So he does his thing, and then he leaves. So I also have Sears coming by again to take another swing, take another run at our dryer, because hope springs eternal.
They're still going?
Evidently. I think the head might be dead, but the body has not realized it yet.
So there's it's like a snake.
Yeah. So I'm remembering last time when they screwed up. Now this is exactly what I was trying to tell Brandon earlier. I thought that this little story here might bookend the semester nicely because, as you know, time is a river and everything old is new again, and we've just come right back to where we started from. And this is a little bit of memories going on here. So the dryer started making a weird buzzing sound. It did it one time. I recorded it and never heard it again, but it was enough to make me kind of go, huh.
That's a thing.
Yeah. So I call them. I set up the appointment that we're doing 8 to noon. Okay, I'm like, perfect. So about 9 o'clock, I realize I need to call these people and make sure that this is still happening.
Yeah.
So I call them. Imagine my absolute shock when they tell me that my appointment is now from noon to 1. An hour.
Wait, is this the old appointment or the new one?
No, this was this last Friday.
They did the same thing again.
I had made my appointment from 8 to noon because I have things to do after that. I have appointments I need to go to.
Yeah.
So I contact their service line. Oh yes, thank you for calling. Your appointment is now from noon to 1. I was like, the hell it is. So I argue with this person, and they're just, we appreciate your call. They couldn't care less. I'm not making any dent with this person about this problem. So I figure, you know what, screw it. I talked to the person and said, you know what, I have stuff to do. My appointment is this time. If I'm here, I'm here. If your guy shows up, I have other things. So I figure, you know what, I'm going to be clever. Now that the Terminix guy is gone, I'm going to go do the appointment that I need to do right now. I had to go take a drug test for a job application. And they were only open until 4. So I'm thinking, the day is closing. This is not working. So I leave. I'm 5 minutes down the freeway. I'm in Mission Valley. My phone rings. Sears is now on their way. It's like 10:30 in the morning. And I'm like, God damn it. The rage coursed through me. So I got home, and I actually park at the exact same time. This guy pulls up to my house. There's a point to this. Trust me. So I go in my house. I close the screen. The door is open. The TV is on. It's obvious there is somebody home. My windows are open. This box of hair walks up our driveway onto the sidewalk right near the door and calls me. He doesn't bother to ring the doorbell. He just calls me. He is so close to me, I'm actually getting feedback on my phone because it's picking up his voice.
Yeah.
So anyway, I let him into the garage. I say, okay, this is the problem. Go to it. So immediately the buzzing problem was fixed. He opened it up. Turned out there was a little dryer sheet that had gotten sucked into the intake. Great.
Oh.
He tells me people don't use dryer sheets anymore, kind of hinting that this is my own fault, that it's a user error that this problem is occurring.
I use dryer sheets all the time.
Yeah, people use dryer sheets.
Yeah,
I use
I
dryer
know.
sheets all the time.
Exactly. So I was like, okay, whatever. Mind you, this guy was kind of slow talking. He's not kind of room temperature IQ. So I tell him the main problem, which is the humidity sensor, which has been the problem the last 3 times.
Yeah.
We put our clothes in. This thing does not detect how wet it still is in there, so it'll run for hours if we let it. The first guy just visually looked at the sensor. Oh yeah, your sensor's fine. There's no crack on there. It's good. You're fine. I'm like, no, I'm not fine. It's not fine. So this guy comes out. He doesn't even bother to look at it. I keep telling him this is the problem, and I've even narrowed it down to what setting the problem is on.
Yeah.
He completely ignores me. I'm like, okay, so we have this problem. It's on this setting, and this is how long it's been going on for. Well, you're probably just trying to dry too many clothes. No, I know I'm not, because we've been doing it this time. Well, I see your power plug there. I think you just don't have your dryer hooked up properly. No, that's not the problem. We've been using this dryer for 10 years now. Nothing has changed on our end. Mm-hmm. I know how to use a dryer. Sorry, I'm still a little frazzled about this because this idiot was just standing there.
Keep going.
So he completely ignores me, completely blows me off on the sensor thing, and I'm already thinking, you know what, screw it, whatever. We're going to just cancel the warranty anyway and be done with it. So as he's getting finished, he's putting the whole thing back together now. I don't know why he took it apart if he wasn't going to check the part that I wanted him to. Mm-hmm. He sticks his head into the drum, pulls his head back out and says, oh, yeah, by the way, I smell gas in there. I said, oh, good. I'm glad you smelled that because I've been reporting that for quite a while, trying to get you guys to fix that, but nobody's been able to detect it. And he goes, yeah, we don't fix that. And then he left.
We can fix it. Goodbye.
He just left. So and that's when I turned and found our water heater gushing water out of the top of it and starting to flood our garage. So this was all before noon. This was a great Friday.
Good Lord.
So then we had to call a plumber. So we had 3 different service guys come out to our house on one day. It was just we've never had that much activity.
Going for the record, I see.
Yeah. So Sears is I'm still priming my review for Yelp. Just because I am vengeful, and I am not a just and loving God at all.
Lord help those who incur the wrath of you.
The thing about it is, like, one, obviously, if they're a company that comes out and fixes dryers, they should be able to fix every part of the dryer. But I would say do something besides a Yelp review, because I work at you know what I'm going to say it on the radio. I work at Boomers of El Cajon.
You've mentioned that a couple of times.
Yeah. I work at Boomers of El Cajon, and our Yelp reviews are utter garbage. I think we're at like a 1.2, and yet we still, day to day, get people in there flooded. Yelp reviews mean like nothing to El Cajon.
You know what? I'm not even going to bother with the Yelp review. The company is death-bound as far as I can tell. We want to cancel our service contracts on our appliances before the company goes under and we lose the money on them. Yeah. So I've given up.
Yeah,
I'm
Yelp,
just done with it. So that was
I know it was just part of a joke, and you weren't actually going to Yelp review, but like
I thought about it. They gave me a link.
For those,
well, they gave you a link.
For all of you out there, Yelp reviews were a good idea for about a year and a half, and now people don't want to take the time to read all those reviews.
Well, now Yelp gets bombed. Yeah, it's not entirely accurate because you have bots out there. So anyway, that was a fun story. That was just absolutely
wild.
Yeah, I regret that going on as long as I yammered about that one. I'm gonna get a note when I get home after I've posted this to YouTube. Honey, why did you talk about that? My mom's just gonna be like, yeah, that was a little long, sweetheart.
The 2 YouTube subscribers aren't gonna be happy with you.
Wrap it up. Do you guys want to play a game?
You guys want to play a game?
Of course.
Well, normally on Tuesdays we play Remus's Get After It, but since Supremus is not here today, we are going to play My Real or Not.
So I get to be the test subject here, I guess, already. I don't know where I was going with that.
Exactly. Well, so for those of you who haven't heard this before, this is just a really simple game where I have a list of app or website names, and my co-hosts here have to guess whether these are real or not.
Okay.
And this whole game came up based out of just seeing so many advertisements for really dumb, like absurd and nonsensical names for different products. And it's amazing to me how many there are out there. So, let's play. Viviscal.
What was that?
Viviscal.
Okay.
Do you have a real or fake description of the app?
Hair growth vitamins or hair care products?
I'm going to go fake.
See, I've heard of things of like people have like those hair growth things, but I don't think a vitamin can do it. I'm going to go with fake.
That is real.
What?
That is a real product. Viviscal or Viviscal, I don't know. Hair growth vitamins and hair care products. That is absolutely real.
Well,
Namelix.
Namelix?
With an X. Namelix.
X.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna stick to my guns here. I'm gonna go fake again.
You know what? My instinct or my intuition is telling me real.
That is absolutely real. That is a real app. It is a company name generator. People put in their, like, the subjects, the words that pertain to their business, and it generates a name for them.
Dumbest thing I've ever heard.
There's an app for everything.
I never know. Okay. Name Mesh.
Name Mesh?
It's one word, but it's Name Mesh. Name Mesh.
Fake.
Fake.
That is real.
I'm just going to keep guessing fake until there's fake one.
Again, it is another startup company name generator.
Okay.
With now that's not necessarily a service I would flock to use, because if I'm trying to find a service to help me come up with a name for my company, I'm going to want something more creative than Name Mesh.
Even Name Flick sounds a little more like reputable than that.
Yeah, at least that's a little bit in the zeitgeist. You know, you got the flicks in it there. Aptorian.
Fake.
That sounds real.
That's 100% fake.
That is fake.
That's 100% fake. Now I can actually start guessing.
That is actually the name of a character from a book I'm reading. Cloud Gold.
Cloud Gold?
Cloud Gold.
Any descriptions we can get?
I am using the word Cloud Gold in a sentence.
Of course you are. Well, I mean, you're not wrong.
That's the same description I give for every single time somebody asks for can you use this in a sentence?
So that's how the game works. I gotcha.
I give you no hints, no help.
Go ahead, bud. Say a guess.
Oh, you want me to go first? I'm allowed. I'm given the honor of going first this time.
Doesn't matter.
You know what? Screw it. Real.
I'll go fake again.
That is fake. That is not real.
Yes. What are we tied? 2-2?
I think you're in the lead by 2.
I think it's
No.
2. I think it's 2-1.
Yes, 2-1.
Okay. Cool.
In fact, now that you said that, I'm gonna make little notes here. So 2 and 1. There. Okay. Poe.
Poe?
P-O-U. Poe.
That's real.
I'm gonna go real as well.
That is real. It is a Tamagotchi knockoff app where you take care of a rounded triangle creature with eyes. It is the stupidest looking cheap knockoff.
Do you
I've ever
download all of these?
Oh, hell no.
All the real ones?
Oh, God, no. I'd have to burn my phone.
And, like, try them out?
Just imagine.
We should do that.
Imagine all the viruses you get with these things.
Exactly.
We should do that before the semester ends. Get, like, a burner phone and just download all the apps.
I have an old phone we could use that for. I still have my old HTC M8, which I loved that phone so much.
Let's just download all those apps.
To the app gods now.
Oh. No, I don't want to do that. It was a faithful phone. I don't want to take it out of its retirement just to destroy it. Drivo.
Drivo.
D-R-I-V-V-O.
D-R-I-V-V-O. Drivo.
Yeah, one word. Drivo.
I feel like that's fake.
I'm gonna go real.
That is real. That is a car maintenance tracking app.
I was thinking it was like an Uber kind of thing. All right.
Cuddler.
Cuddler?
Real.
I'm also gonna go real.
That is real.
That's gotta be real.
It's like Grindr for people who just want to snuggle.
Oh, that's sad, guys.
That is pathetic.
That is really sad.
Guys, if you got Cuddler,
buy a stuffed animal.
please don't.
Go get yourself a pillow wife or something. Just
Yeah.
Don't, guys. Okay, go ahead.
Karmaware.
Karmaware. I'm gonna go fake.
I'm with you on this one. Fake.
That is fake.
Yeah.
You guys are good today. I'm pleased by this.
I'm killing it.
Lynette Works.
Lynette Works.
That's interesting.
Like Linux, Lynette Works.
I don't even know what Linux is. So.
Linux is an operating system.
Oh, okay.
All right, Jason, you're first.
All right. I am gonna go real.
I'm gonna keep it interesting. I'll go fake.
It is fake.
Woo! Of course, the one day Remus is in here. I'm crushing it.
I know.
Maybe it's because I'm here. I don't know. Maybe it's because you're getting all
this
the
is
luck in the world.
ridiculous.
I think Remus must put out some sort of dampening field on the rest of us.
Maybe Remus puts out a spell.
Yeah, he's got.
I can only guess.
He's got a weird, intimidating vibe when it comes to games.
The best I've ever been able to do against Remus during one of our games is a draw.
A draw.
He just crushes me.
He destroys it.
Orbia.
Orbia?
Can you spell that?
O-R-B-I-A.
I'm gonna go real.
That sounds real.
It is a tap and relax mobile game. It is absolutely real.
Woohoo!
It's just some kind of weird, like,
I'm crushing these.
flow or just some kind of meditative app.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gem Media.
Gem Media.
G-E Media. Gem Media.
Gem Media. What do you think, B. Millie?
I'm gonna go fake.
It could be real, it could be fake, but I'm gonna go with fake.
That is real.
Is it really?
It is a media and marketing company which focuses on New Zealand/China commerce.
Wow.
Very specific.
Well, it's actually well within your reach here to take out B. Millie. You guys are close. So far, we're 6-8.
Well, I don't know.
We got a couple more.
Vino's been on a roll, so and I've been hitting a lot of misses, so misfiring a lot.
Energents.
Energents.
Like, is that energy combined with gents?
ENERGENCE. Energents. Like emergence, except it's an N instead of an M.
I think it's real.
I'll keep it interesting over fake.
That is real.
Is it really?
It's real.
What does it do?
It is ultra high efficiency rooftop HVAC units.
Wow,
that's
there you
weird.
go.
And the last one, antarts.
Antarts.
Like ant and arts. Antarts.
Real. I think it's real.
Real. So that Jason has the possibility of a tie, I'll go fake.
That is fake. That is absolutely fake.
Woohoo! God, I am killing it today. Give me that music. Give me that music.
Oh, well, you know what? It was close, though. It was 7-9. It was 7-9. We don't get that very often. Oh, well.
God, it feels good to be a winner for once.
You are our Tuesday champion, B. Millie. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Goodbye!
No
more show. Show over.
Show over.
Show over.
Music over.
No more music for anybody. Okay. So I really like playing these little guessing games. I'm still trying to decide if I want to do a last championship round of Chubby Bunnies.
I think we have to.
You think so?
I think we have to.
Because I have a lot of confidence problems, and I don't want to believe that it was funnier to me than it was to everybody else who might have just been humoring me.
It was hilarious.
I would like to give that. I'll give that a shot.
Not only was it hilarious, but the championship round would be just amazing.
Okay, well maybe we'll do that on Tuesday.
It would also be extremely competitive, which I'm about.
Yeah, I want in on that. I want in.
Okay, I'll have to go find my limerick list and add some more, and pick up some marshmallows. I guess we could do it Tuesday. Because we'll do it Tuesday because next Thursday is our last show.
Yeah, and then next Thursday after your show, I'm doing the C student whole show where I'm getting all the C students, including in there.
Oh, great!
On for like an hour long. Like, what did we enjoy?
Oh, cool. I will definitely plan to be there. I don't know if my work schedule yet will let me because I don't know in advance, but I will love to do that.
Would I technically cap because I know I'm a B student, but I'm leaving this semester.
Gotta be C students only, my G.
Aww.
C students
it's
only.
Your own fault. Sorry. Bye.
Dang you, Spanish classes!
What else? Oh no, we finished the game here. I don't need that anymore. Yeah, we got time to do a little story before our break here.
Let's get it.
Let's get some news.
On the class.
This is our official news sound.
Weird news at this time.
Now you're going to want to keep your headphones on because we play the whole point of this is a lot of music for these stories here.
Oh, okay.
So,
go ahead, buddy.
It says tingle. They send tingles down my spine. It's kind of weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's not just me? Okay.
There you go.
A thief was caught after being identified by his distinctive Minnie Mouse gloves.
M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E, Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse!
Shane Hadlington entered a convenience store armed with a metal bar, walked with a distinctive limp, and had a tattoo on his wrist that read Dad while wearing a motorcycle helmet and ill-fitting Minnie Mouse gloves. It's hard to believe they had to use the gloves to identify this guy.
But also, like,
he's got a limp and a tattoo.
Yeah, you would think that would give him away.
I have so many questions. One, are we talking like form-fitting Minnie Mouse gloves that just like perfectly fit to his hands, or like those ones? Or like those ones that you get at Disneyland that are basically just
the
giant pillows. Ones. Are they just the giant pillow ones? And how did he hold a crowbar in his hand?
No, these were not the giant oversized cartoon. These were little girls' gloves that had Minnie Mouse on them. But
that makes it so much worse. I thought he like went in there with literal Mickey Mouse hands. I thought he had like Mickey Mouse hands on.
No, but I don't know. This poor guy.
No.
What the hell is going on with that thing? That's not working anymore.
Oh man.
Florida.
There we go.
Oh, well, there it is.
Florida.
The robbery incident was caught on the store's CCTV footage as it occurred last August when Shane and his accomplice managed to threaten staff at the convenience store using weapons and stole $2,500 of booze and cigarettes. What kind of cigarettes and booze were they? Were they like top shelf?
Were they getting like the
Some
premier
Lagavulin?
stuff?
Some Lagavulin.
Was this store selling Cuban cigars? I mean, how do you get $2,500?
Straight up
I mean,
Lagavulin.
were they what will these guys take? They're not taking the average like Budweiser and Bud Light. They're taking the top quality stuff.
Yeah, this was all the Grey Goose they could handle. But it couldn't have been that much. They left on a motorcycle together.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, how does this guy even have an accomplice? Like, wouldn't the guy with the Minnie Mouse gloves and the limp be the accomplice?
Maybe the other guy had Pluto gloves on. I don't know. The police began an investigation through social media where people managed to identify the Minnie Mouse glove-wearing armed robber as Shane Hadlington through the use of his distinctive clothes and tattoos. He was then arrested outside a coffee shop and charged with the armed robbery. So it still makes me laugh that they had to go by the gloves, like a limp and a tattoo. That's
not enough. Not enough. But the gloves, that's the kicker right there.
I would have much preferred oversized Mickey Mouse gloves.
Frankly, I would have too. I will absolutely cop to that.
That'll be the best of all.
God.
Pulls out like a little Acme hole to put them in.
Ew. Oh, I get. Okay, never mind. That means different. No, never mind.
Where's your mind going?
You
Justin.
wouldn't like it.
I do not want to. I don't want to know what goes on the insides of that head.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I just imagine constant screaming.
A lot of screaming, a lot of flames. Yeah, a lot of butts. This was an old story, but I couldn't pass it up. It made me laugh too hard. A high school synchronized swimming team hired a male stripper as a joke for their annual banquet. Ooh. Oh my Lord! I hit the thing. The Roosevelt High School, located in Des Moines, Iowa, had made news after a group of ninth graders hired a male stripper to attend their school's synchronized swimming club's annual banquet.
Please tell me this is at some kind of like Christian school, like all-boy Christian school.
It was just a high school. It says the name was the Roosevelt High School in Des Moines.
Okay.
Reports revealed that the girls hired a stripper as a joke. While he began his performance, it's noted he did not touch any of the girls while he was taking off his clothes, and the stripper didn't take all of his clothes off either. So they got a little bit shortchanged there.
Okay.
During his performance, one of the club's employees requested the stripper to leave as it was deemed inappropriate for school children. The principal of the school has not yet decided on an appropriate punishment for the girls involved in hiring the stripper. I think that's hilarious.
My question is, what did these girls tell this stripper? Like, hey, this is my ninth grade water polo banquet. Come appropriately dressed and get ready to strip.
I don't know, but that's a good question. I would really like to know how they got this guy there.
Yeah, how did they get him there?
Maybe they gave him extra cash or something?
I can't imagine that strippers generally have a high threshold of standards when it comes to accepting clients.
Yeah, that's saying pay me and we'll go.
Yeah, but it's very true, but I'm pretty sure every person that's a stripper out there would be like, oh yeah, these 8th graders, these 9th graders, yeah, probably shouldn't go to that.
Well, and that's a good point, because I'm thinking that even if he had no qualms about accepting the job in the first place based upon whatever the high schoolers told him when they hired him, you'd think some alarm bells would start to go off in your head when you pull in and see high school on the side of the building you're pulling up to.
Like 14, 15-year-old girls like max.
I'd start to be like, is this some kind of Chris Hansen moment going on here?
Why don't you take a seat right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean...
You would think the guy would have just peeled off the second he saw high school.
You would have think he would have left and given them their deposit back. But at the same time, that's a funny joke to me.
It is a joke, yes. It's a harmless... It's a prank, yeah, but... Yeah. Things go weird in high school days.
Well, I wouldn't know. For the last 2.5 years of high school, I went to a 25-member charter high school. And I was in the independent study program, so I was basically in solitary.
Really? I was in the public school, so that was fun. I got to see all the people.
Let me tell you, I turned into a very antisocial person in high school. So the first year and a half into public school, I was like, I don't know about all that.
Yeah, well, I think our high school had like a 200, 350 kids graduating, maybe more. And
that's not bad. That's
I know it was a high number, but I know the freshman class had maybe around 500, 600 kids.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh, God, this story was so weird. A deadly blue-ringed octopus appeared out of an old tennis ball as children played with it after finding it in a river.
Jeez.
I had to reach for that one. There's not a lot. You'd think there'd be more songs about tennis than there are, but there's
Can
not.
I know where this one was located first?
Take a wild guess. And
Is
it's
it
not
Miami?
the first. It's not
Is
your
it-
first guess.
It's not in Florida.
No, it's not Florida.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess Alabama.
Nope.
Louisiana.
Blue-ringed octopus.
Blue-ringed octopus.
California.
Australia.
Yeah. Of course.
And
Australia.
that's the thing is, like, it said it was kids, right? You know what? Continue with the story.
Yeah,
save
so
comments
the
for
mother, Christy Edgelow, said her kids were playing with a tennis ball and told the news source Perth Now that her children were out playing near the Swan River when they found an old tennis ball. They played with it for about 20 minutes before one of the children spotted an oddity, something moving around inside the ball. They pried it open to discover a strange tentacle crawling out of the seams, which frightened the kids.
Oh, no.
The octopus eventually made itself known by pushing itself completely out of the ball. It was discovered that it was a deadly blue-ringed octopus, which is one of the most poisonous marine animals in the world, and the children apparently had a very close call. The highly toxic octopus holds enough venom to kill 26 people. Its bite causes nausea, paralysis, which causes breathing difficulties, and possible heart failure. So, they are balls out down there in Australia. I'm just going to say it.
Well, it's also like I've also had people come up to me and like I've had friends from Florida where they'll say, you know, we would go swimming like in creeks and stuff with like
In the creek.
in the creek and you know
Gators showed up.
well not not that gators showed up, but I was like gators were known to live in these creeks and they're like, yeah, we just swam in them all the time.
Do you think
like,
they just tame the gators just in case anyone tries to invade Florida? They could just throw the gators at them.
Absolutely
It's just
not.
population
Yeah.
control. I mean, why
Yeah.
not?
But that just
Oh,
goes
wait a
to
minute.
like the innocence of children. You know, they just don't care.
No, kids are
It could be the
invincible.
most deadly thing in the world, and they're just like, "Oh boy, an octopus."
They could not care less.
All right, I think I actually have to be.
You have to get out of here, and we're
Yes.
going to take a break. Thank you so much for listening, guys. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Check us out on Facebook at Griffin Radio 119, and our Instagram account is Griffin Radio SD. This is Get This every Tuesday and Thursday from noon to 1 on Griffin Radio. We'll meet you back here in just a minute, guys.
See ya.
From around the world, across the U.S., and right here in San Diego, bringing you news, sports, and weather, Griffin Radio, your CNN news affiliate.
Good afternoon, I'm Yvonne Kula with the latest news from Griffin Radio. An Argentina lawmaker has passed away after being shot last Thursday. President Mauricio Macri has declared 2 days of mourning for legislator Hector Olivers. Olivers was injured in shooting near Congress. One of his colleagues, Miguel Yaden, died on the scene. 6 people are currently detained in connection to the attack that has shocked the South American nation. A Chinese cargo plane arrived in the Venezuelan capital of Caracas on Monday. The Venezuelan Ministry of Communication has told CNN. The plane was carrying aid for the impoverished nation, approximately 2 million units of medical equipment, including medicine and surgical medical supplies. The supplies will be distributed by agencies designated by the government of embattled President Nicolas Maduro. Venezuela's economic crisis has led to mass human suffering marked by shortages of food and medicine, as well as widespread power outages. In Panama, President Juan Carlos Varela welcomed the president-elect Laurentino Cortizo for their first government transition meeting. Cortizo, who won the May 5th elections, attended the meeting with his vice presidential pick Jose Gabriel Carrizo, who will oversee the transition process. Cortizo will assume the office of the presidency on July 1st. U.S. Secretary Mike Pompeo met European Union High Representative Federica Mogherini on Monday after canceling his planned visit to Moscow. While in Brussels, Pompeo also met with the foreign ministers of Germany, France, and the United Kingdom to discuss recent threatening actions and statements by Iran, according to the U.S. State Department. The visit comes as Washington says Iran and its proxies could be planning to threaten U.S. forces and interests in the Middle East. Mogherini held a press conference after meeting with Pompeo and stressed the need for the restraint when dealing with Iran. Saudi Arabia says 2 of the 4 are Saudi-owned oil tankers. The third is UAE-owned and the fourth a vessel owned by Norway. Saudi officials condemned the attacks, calling them acts of sabotage. Iran's foreign ministry also denounced the incidents, saying they were alarming and regrettable. The UAE ministry has not yet offered more information on the nature of the alleged sabotage and has not indicated who might be responsible. A U.S. official confirmed on Monday that the UAE has formally requested technical assistance from the U.S. to help assess the damage to the vessels. U.S. experts are expected to look at damage patterns to try to recover material from the site and calculate any possible launch points or if they determine some kind of weapon or missile hit the ships. Authorities are investigating a fire at a mosque in New Haven, Connecticut, as an arson. The fire broke out Sunday afternoon at a mosque whose congregation is made up largely of Turkish immigrants. It happened during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. One person was inside at the time but got out safely and no one was hurt. Several state and federal departments are working together on the investigation.
Anytime there's an event like this or an incident in a house of worship anywhere in the United States, it triggers a response of both the ATF, the FBI, and state and local authorities.
So far, a reward of $2,500 is being offered for information leading to an arrest in the fire. In a tweet, Connecticut governor condemned the incident and offered help in the investigation. A new report appears to link taking low-dose aspirin with an increased risk of bleeding in the skull. The journal JAMA Neurology published the report Monday. In it, researchers focused on information from more than 130,000 people in the 13 previous studies. They say the subjects didn't have a history of heart disease or stroke, but they received either aspirin or a placebo to prevent the conditions. The researchers concluded the risk of a head bleed was higher for those who took low-dose aspirin. According to the data, people who took placebo had a 0.46% risk of head bleeds, but for those who took the aspirin, the risk rose to 0.63%. Today's weather is in mid-70s and partly cloudy. It's currently 12:42. Vonkula, your CNN News affiliate.
This has been Griffin Radio, your CNN News affiliate. Welcome back, everybody. Loving the music here.
Hello.
This is Body by Funky Green Dogs.
It's a lot. It's a lot to handle.
I think I played this at one of our remotes.
What song is this?
What's that?
What song is this?
Funky, it's called Body.
Oh, Funky.
Yeah.
Oh. Lost track.
Welcome back, everybody. I am DJ Lunchbox here on Griffin Radio. This is Get This every noon to 1 on Tuesday and Thursdays. I'm with
DGB Milling, that's still me.
And we've had another little bit of a personnel change around here.
DJ Dunce-Cap. Formerly DJ Storm Nut. But you've heard of
I can't keep up with all of your changes.
Himself.
I'm a chameleon, man. Switching.
It's like I'm working with Sybil here. I just can't keep your different personalities in track.
Okay.
So we were covering some of the weird news that I've come across this week, and yeah. I'll be honest with you. I have a certain standard for stories, and
standards.
I can't say I've been really thrilled with a lot of the ones that I found recently. I mean, they're funny, but they're not woman sailing away on an iceberg funny, if you know what I mean.
Dude, that one was probably one of the funniest moments of my life.
That we guys talked about before I came in?
No. I could show it to you later if you want. There was a story that we found about this woman from Texas who took a vacation to Iceland. And while she was on her vacation on the coast, she found a little iceberg that was shaped like a throne. So she was like, "Ooh, that's fun!" So she went up and sat on it, like, "Look at me, I'm in Frozen. I'm the queen of ice, whatever." Well, apparently her weight combined with the waves from the water ended up dislodging her.
Crashed into it and like sliced it in half, and she drifted out to sea. Dude, it was
like
so
a Snorlax on an iceberg.
Dude, it was so funny.
She was just sitting on this throne made of ice, drifting out to sea, and her family was taking pictures of her as she got farther away.
Man. She wasn't overweight, was she?
I don't know.
She was just regular. Well, okay, I'm just
each picture
Texas.
showed her getting farther and farther away.
Wow, drifting away.
Oh my god, dude, I was crying.
We lost
the
it.
Station.
Remus and B. Millie and I here just
crying,
practically fell over. It was so good.
Wow.
A family of Romanian witches has begun casting spells via video calls.
Is that how it works?
A truly powerful witch can solve problems from a distance, explained 20-year-old witch Cassandra Bueza. It's not the phone or Facebook that are doing the magic, she said. It's the words that we say, the rituals that we do, and it's enough to look each other in the eye for the ritual to work. The power of the internet has allowed Romania's busy witch community to gradually migrate their ancient practices onto the web.
What is this?
Witchcraft has been seen as a folk custom in the Eastern European country, and many of its estimated 4,000 witches are luring customers from Europe, Asia, and the U.S.
Yeah, it's a different vibe over there, man.
Very different. Bueza said it was the younger generation that had persuaded the old about the powers of the selfie, and her mother was quickly on board. Nothing's changed. The craft is the same, but now it's much easier for us to be in contact with clients from other countries, said Mihaila Minka, who taught her daughter the family witchcraft. So this is exactly like that story we did either last semester or the semester before about the Catholic Church now doing blessings and exorcism via Skype.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so yeah, that must have been the first semester.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they just couldn't be asked to get up and get in a car and go to where the demons were, so they just made sure the demon was on a cable connection. You don't want to do Wi-Fi because the signal get kind of spotty sometimes.
Man,
that's what I'm saying. Like, how would that work?
How'd you come up with this? Oh man, I'm so
They
superstitious.
just chain the person down to the bed, hold the iPad over their face, and just start screaming at
Jesus!
them. Somebody else
Holy Ghost, man!
flings holy
Couldn't
water
you
at
just,
them.
And then, in that same vein, couldn't you just record a YouTube video and never have to pay anybody ever again? Couldn't I just record a YouTube video of an exorcism and just point it at somebody if it's the words you're saying?
I guarantee you
Does it matter when you said them?
That is a brilliant question.
Yeah. Does it matter when you said them? Why wouldn't I just record a one-time off YouTube video and
We
say,
could have like a whole Khan Academy of these things for people
Yeah.
to pull up
Khan
whenever they
Academy.
need to.
Yeah.
And
Go
you
to
just
my
simply
Khan-
Kumon.
Yeah.
You would have to record the different rituals apparently for the different named demons apparently.
Yeah.
I don't see why that's not a problem. I bet we could get some IPO money right now.
Yeah. It'd be easy as
If
easy
anyone's
as
listening,
pie.
please call 619.
644-7725.
You know what? It's so funny that this phone has only rang twice this semester, and both times they were scam callers.
The phone.
I had it ring once. And I picked it up, and it didn't stop ringing. Like it didn't
that's
work
weird.
and pick it up.
The phone was actually ringing in the break room, but we figured you guys were gonna call that. But I don't know.
Somebody called the office in there, and I picked it up, and they were just so baffled that when I said Griffin Radio, and they were like,
Same thing. One time I got a call, and they're like, hang up.
What?
Like, why are you breathing? You're just breathing, man.
I
Come
think
on.
I'm just going to answer my phone at home now by saying a business name because apparently the scammers, they don't like that. They want a private residence.
Hey,
City
scammers.
Morgue, you tag them, we bag them.
Scammers, you're going down, bro.
You're going down.
So I had this other story here, but I think my muse has deserted me because I'm just not feeling the story. There was a story here about a northeastern Paris police station that had to be evacuated after it had been invaded by fleas.
Whoa, fleas? Ticks too? Or
Yeah.
no, just fleas.
Nope,
That's
just
such
fleas.
a harsh word for That's such a harsh word for an animal that is not harsh. Invaded.
Oh, have you ever been bitten by a flea or multiple fleas? Mm-hmm. That hurts.
Mm-hmm.
No, imagine ticks though.
So
Lyme disease.
So this story was funny when it was late at night. I'm kind of desperate to find content, but
I do wish that I had a recording every now and then of you at your home finding these stories.
Like cussing at yourself?
That would be so pathetic. If I had some Instagram stream going of me just
sitting
at my computer.
I think it'd be so funny. Just like a man sitting at a computer typing for 30 minutes and all of a sudden
it's not even that dramatic. My fat ass is sitting there full of pizza and ice cream or whatever it was we've just done.
The American life.
I've pulled my laptop over. We've got some boring show on TV so that I'm not distracted while I'm working, and I'll just be tap, search.
Was that a slurp or a sniff?
No, it's just like just snorting.
That was snort.
That was funny.
Snorting that.
And then I'll start doing a little laughing out loud once I start getting into the music part. But I'll find all the stories, then I find all the music to go with them because otherwise I'll be there for anyway. This story seemed funnier in the first place, but I think I'm just going to skip that one because there's not really a whole lot to report. People were pissy. They were getting bit by mosquitoes or by fleas, so they decided we're not going to work here anymore. A video is going viral online which shows a girl with her pet bird whom she apparently trained to attack anybody that she screams at.
Wow. Oh, I've seen this. I think Remus showed us this video.
Did he? I don't remember that.
I think he showed us this very video.
Well, if he showed us the video and I'm not remembering that, and this is some sort of subconscious surfacing going on here, I will give props to.
Did you see the video when you did this story?
No, there was the video, but I didn't watch the link.
I was gonna say if it was like in her bedroom or something, then yeah. We saw that. Like, she just screams at people and the bird comes from, like, her shelf to the camera.
The video was shared on Twitter by a user who goes by the name Lord Flacco.
Ooh.
Since being shared online Tuesday.
Shout out A$AP Rocky.
What's that?
Oh, that's a nickname from a rapper. Lord Flacco.
Lord Flacco, okay. Yeah. The video has gone massively viral, collecting 19 million views. My niece has trained her bird to attack anyone she screams at, wrote Lord Flacco. In the video, the girl turns toward the camera and shrieks at whoever's filming. In a split second, the bird is upon them, and the video cuts away abruptly. So yeah, you described
I think
it
it's
exactly.
That video. It's like a little. It's a tiny bird. I believe it's like one of those little green like
parrots.
Yeah, it was like a parakeet or something.
Yeah, it's like a parakeet, and it's sitting on her shelf. It's not caged. It's just sitting like on her shelf that she like keeps her socks and stuff in. And on top of it, and the girl just turns to the camera, like screams at her, and the bird just like flies towards the camera lens.
I want to know how she did that.
Like within one frame. Like,
yeah, it's almost like one frame.
Attack, get attacked by a bird.
Have you guys heard? This is a little tangent, but it's one of my favorite things in the world. Have you heard of falconry? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah.
Where people race falcons because they just fly straight up into the air and pin dive and go like 90 miles an hour.
Yep.
Some of the coolest thing of it.
Yeah, they train them extensively for that.
Yeah, and the falcons, like, you'd think because it's going so fast, it's a small bird. No. It's like the size of a bald eagle. It's like the width of this table.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They're dinosaurs, man. Birds
they move.
Dinosaurs.
They move.
Crazy.
They will take your fingers off.
I want one. I want to participate in falconry. If I was rich, I would participate in falconry so fast.
Have you checked to see if Cuyamaca has that program? Because I know we've got drones here.
I know.
Maybe, Cuyamaca is a little bit more rural out there. Maybe they've got attack birds.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Attack birds.
Raptors. In Oklahoma. I both wish and regret that Supremus is not here for this story, but hopefully he's listening. An Oklahoma dog named Toad has been found to have a second mouth where her ear should be. Now you guys know I love a good body horror story.
Even the body horror is a lot.
Toad is a normal dog apart from one thing: her ear has teeth and it salivates.
Ugh.
The founder of a dog rescue organization, Mutt Misfits, said, upon her initial intake exam at the shelter, our veterinarian originally thought she had an extra ear. But once we sedated her for the spay surgery, that's when we discovered she actually only has one ear and two mouths.
Oh, my God.
The dog does not suffer from her second mouth. The caretakers were saying they originally thought it was 2 teeth, but after they did a dental cleaning on the ear a few weeks ago, they discovered it has several more. A few of the ear teeth,
I hate this so much.
Had cracked, which caused some discomfort, but once they removed the broken teeth, she was good as new. Wow. They left some teeth in there because they appeared to be attached to the skull. So
they left some teeth.
I hate this so much.
Look, how does a dog end up like that?
Holes in things where holes should not be is just like one of my
How
biggest
does a
fears.
dog end up like that? How does something end up like that?
Have you ever heard of trypophobia? Do you know what that is?
What is that?
I know the word, but no.
It's it's this like pseudo thing.
Yeah.
It's a phobia of fear of patterns of holes.
Yeah.
Like in nature, you can find them a lot in nature. That it's like a sign of poison, but it's patterns of like small incremental holes, like on body parts, and it freaks people out. Like people can't stand it.
That's weird. Phobias are fascinating. There's a lot of weird stuff out there that people are freaked out by.
I think it's like a pseudo thing for me, but I'm pretty sure I have.
You have a rock phobia?
Trypophobia.
We'll test it. We'll test it later.
Please don't.
I think I have to.
It like psycho messes me up.
You can't tell me these things and not expect me to want to learn and grow from this.
You can learn what it is for yourself and look at pictures like off to the side, but I'm not participating.
Do it yourself, boy.
I can just see Bumillion there looking at some holes on some body, and all of a sudden just
it's horrible. It's horrible.
Screaming.
It's all I can think about after I see it.
It's gross.
You had that though.
I have that.
Okay.
100%. But it's not like. But the thing about
what if I do show you something? You don't
I'm not gonna scream or punch you. I'm just gonna be like, bro, that's like messed up.
Dude, that's messed up, man.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Okay.
But it's not like the thing is, it's not like actual people like actually have these holes in their body. It's like somebody photoshopped like a nature, like something in nature over a hand, and it's just like
a scale.
Bro, it's so bad. I hate it.
Well, all right.
Carry
on. All right. Well, I got that there.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
I still want
to
examine this later. A local number of ducks have gone missing. Fishermen discovered 2 piranhas in a South Yorkshire lake.
Wow.
This beastly raft will eat you alive and spit out your bones.
Eat you alive and spit out your bones.
Spit out your bones.
Lisa Holmes, who had been with her family when the fish were discovered, said, "My partner's a fisherman and was looking around the edge of the lake when he suddenly spotted this fish floating nearby."
Okay.
Another full-time mom, Tony Hooper, discovered the fish while on a walk with her family on Sunday. "We came here to feed the ducks, and on Sunday we noticed there was only 1 duck and 2 ducklings. I'm concerned about where the wildlife is. I've spoken to others who said they'd noticed there aren't as many ducks as there used to be." Her boyfriend, who's currently out of work, often fishes at the site and said that he noticed a number of fish that he catches from the former clay pit has also been reduced. Giles Gil Gillies. That is the most British name I've ever heard in my life.
There's no way his name is Gil Gillies. Give me that.
Gil Gillies, the assistant director of the environment, said, "Given the natural habitat of piranhas, it is highly unlikely that the fish were alive at the when they arrived in the lake. They assumed that these were pets that somebody had placed in the water, something they would strongly discourage people from doing, as the presence of a piranha is somewhat of a novelty." And they've been taken away by the Environment Agency for testing. So, yes, top left, or top right. No, that is left.
Gillies.
That's what the story said.
Good Lord, it really is Gil Gillies.
Gil
British,
Gillies.
Mate? Gillies, mate?
Yeah.
Oh, that's I don't know if that's
Australian. That's Gil Gillies, I'm sorry.
I would at least go by
Gillies.
Gilbert's just to break up the
Gilbert Gillies.
repetition
Gilbert
there.
Gillies.
My
See,
man,
that's
Gilbert Gillies.
that's cool.
Yeah.
But
Gil.
Gil Gillies.
Sound like a comedian.
That would be like my name being Mill Millies.
Bill.
How horrible would that be?
Matt Matthews.
John Johnson.
What?
John Johnson.
Yeah.
Matthew Matthews.
Rick Rickards.
This is actually a perfect story, I think, to end our show on here because
cool.
It's. I just don't get people sometimes.
I mean,
who does?
A sex offender with a known foot fetish chased a mother and her 4-year-old daughter out of a restaurant screaming, "I just want to take pictures!"
No. Away from the truth. That's
If I saw some dude running at me like, "You want to take pictures, bro? You better take pictures."
The man was reportedly trying to take photographs with his phone and even ran after the woman's vehicle as she drove away with her daughter.
That's crazy.
This isn't the first time the man has been arrested after approaching women in public. He has admitted to his toe-sucking fetish, which has gotten him in trouble with the law on numerous occasions. Authorities say he approached 2 different women at separate Walmart stores in 2012 and asked to kiss or smell their feet, although he was never charged.
He was never charged.
In 2013, he allegedly touched a woman's leg in the checkout lane, also at Walmart, and then stuck a piece of chewed gum between her foot and sandal, according to the arrest reports.
What's with the gum, though?
What's with the feet, though?
I know.
That's my thing.
Oh, yeah, I mean, sure, yeah.
After his most recent arrest, Lephart was the man. His name is Lephart, charged with disturbing or interfering with adults or children, and was booked at the Aiken County Detention Center. So this guy was running after, screaming at this woman and her daughter.
I just want to take pictures.
That is psychopath.
That's
stuff.
some weirdo stuff.
There are people out there that you can connect to who will happily do that for you out of a shared interest. You don't have to terrorize people.
Yeah. And they're just feet, so it would be super easy to, like, look up foot pictures. How easy is that without getting charged? How easy would that be to not get charged, to just go online and look up pictures of feet?
I don't know. Maybe he's got a kink about getting arrested, too.
Dude, I don't get the foot fetish in the first place, man. That's just so odd to me.
There are things that I don't get that other people are into, but I, for the most part, are like, you know what, you go for it.
As long as
have
you do it over there.
Do your kink, but don't go do it around me.
But don't involve people like
without
this.
consent.
Yeah, don't harass people, especially with her daughter. Yeah, that's messed up.
Get this dude out of
freaky.
here. Get this dude out of here.
Because you know the woman's her main concern right now is that this freak is screaming at her, and so she's got her child with her. But I just found that funny. He's just running after her screaming. I just want to take pictures. Like that makes it better.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt you.
My hands up, bro.
I just want to take pictures of your feet.
And keep them forever.
We're running the fade if someone does that to me.
Yeah, no.
You ain't taking pictures,
catch
bro.
these hands.
I'm dying right here if I have to.
Oh, God. Well, raising the bar here. That's all I got to say.
Raising the bar.
Amen.
Completely bringing up the level of discourse on this show. Thank you so much. We are going to get the heck out of here.
Yep.
I'm DJ Lunchbox.
DJ B. Millie, that is me.
DJ. I forgot.
Yeah, what's your name now?
Dunscap.
You changed it again.
Dunscap.
Dunscap, there it is, yeah.
Dunscap, okay.
Dunscap.
B. Millie and I should hopefully be here tomorrow for our ultimate show of Hotel Never Rest with Supremus. If Supremus is feeling better, hope so. We've been enjoying that show a heck of a lot. I like the story unfolding. Got a big battle coming up tomorrow.
Yep.
Thank you so much for listening. This is Get This every Tuesday and Thursday from noon to 1 on Griffin Radio. We are GR. Check us out on Facebook.com at Griffin Radio 119. Our Instagram account is Griffin Radio SD. And as always, you can hear us on the TuneIn app under the Griffin Radio channel. If you're in the mood to be communicative, shoot me an email at lunchboxthedj@gmail.com. Thank you so much, everybody. We will see you on Thursday.
Later.